You guys know when a horror film releases in the middle of the summer that things aren't looking great. And this is no exception.
You talking to me?
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
E.T. home from...
No. I am your father.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Well, welcome all, and thank you for tuning in. I'm your buddy John, and you're watching Cinemaniac Reviews. Insidious and the Red Door. This is the fifth, I don't believe it's the final, but it is the fifth Insidious film in the franchise, and it is the directorial debut of Patrick Wilson, who plays Josh, the father and one of the main leads in the film. So the film itself is set 9 years after the events of the first film, and it follows the father and son. And I believe after the events of the first film, their memories were wiped clean. And that's how this film picks up. It's 9 years later, so the son's grown up, he's going to college, there's family issues going on, and things begin to unravel. The film is also led by Ty Simpkins, I believe that's his name. That is the same boy who played in the original film, grown up, and now he's playing the same role, which is crazy because I think the original film came out in 2010, so it's been 13 years. With this being a non-spoiler review, there are a few things that I can't really mention that I want to, that involves the plot. The one thing I can say is that the film itself, it was shot well, it was edited well, the makeup and visual effects look great, but my biggest concern and my issue with it was the script and the story. With it being the fifth film, I assumed that there would be a reason for the film, especially with the main cast returning and it being a sort of follow-up to the very first film. But one thing I found at the very end, I hate saying this because I had such high hopes for this film, I'm having a hard time finding a reason for its existence. And I know that sounds harsh, but it doesn't really move the story any more forward than the first film did. With this film comes the territory of jump scares, and there are a few jump scares in this film, which are executed well, but I noticed there weren't as many as there have been in the past, whether it's with the Insidious films or the world of The Conjuring, which I don't believe that they're connected, but still, I like to group them all in the same kind of genre, but this one didn't really have as many, and when it did, I thought they were pretty effective. The demons, though. The demons and ghosts and spirits and whatnot, those were the elements that I feel like this film didn't really lean on that much. Again, this story follows the son and the father. The demons seem to take a back seat in the story, and so they were really only utilized for these jump scares, and you don't really find out a reason to why they are making a presence in the film, in the story. One of the other things that I noticed in the film was the use of comedy. There were a few scenes, very, very few, but they tried to... The dialogue called for like a comedic moment or a comedic relief, and guys, when I tell you that the theater was dead silent when these jokes were executed, like, there were crickets. I feel like the jokes were just a little too fast, and so everyone in the theater was just kind of like, what's going on? Overall, I can say that it was a good film. I enjoyed certain aspects of it, but the story and the script pulled me away. Would I recommend this to anybody? I would say if you haven't seen the previous Insidious films, don't go running to the theater to see this one, but if you have and you just want to dive back into the world of the Insidious franchise, definitely go see it. I don't know, guys. This one kind of bummed me out a little bit. I anticipated a lot more, and I probably should have went into the movie not anticipating anything. And those are my quick thoughts on Insidious and the Red Door. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Helps, again, grow the channel. And please feel free to comment down below. I would love to know what you guys thought of the film. Until then, catch you later.